Yes, and please feel free to spread out. Side, down the aisle.
I would like if, because he is here and has the robe that is the official regalia, worn regalia of the order, if Master Edward would say a piece about the order, about the Dreamstone, maybe a bit of the history and the ghost behind it, before we announce our most worthy new commander.
Your Excellency. When we became Barony, way back in, there were at the beginning 5 founders. I was fortunate to be one of them. The robe that I have this evening is the robe of the principal of the service order of the Barony of Bryn, which is the Order of the Dreamstone. The Dreamstone lore and the lore that gave us our name and our association with the Welsh Prince Madoc stem from a story which some believe are myth, but we know to be true. That in or around the year 1170, the good Welsh Prince Madoc and a number of his stout followers took flight from the Welsh homeland in a limfad, looking remarkably not like that one, and made their way eventually into the New World, into the utter West. Supposedly, and we've confirmed this, landing in or near Mobile Bay. And if you doubt it, go down to Mobile Bay, and on the eastern shore of the mouth of Mobile Bay, you'll see that the state of Alabama has ratified his landing with one of their bronze plaques. He and his followers made their way inland, stopping here and there along the way, meeting local indigenous personnel. One of the places they appear to have stopped the longest was a fortification in the mountains of north-central Georgia. We know it today as Fort Mountain. If you go there, more state-sponsored bronze plaques, so it must be true. Eventually, Madoc and his minions made their way further north, further inland, ultimately coming to rest in a place near the current modern-day town of Madoc in the province of Ontario in Canada. That is the place from whence a portion of the Dreamstone that was given to the winner of the list today received. Long story short. Too late. Your Excellency. You had plenty of time to run when you knew I was going to start talking. Master Dillon has gone to the unseen land. He left us 3 years ago. And we decided that we were going to honor his memory by making, as a part of the investiture ceremony, the placement of his armorial cloak upon all new recipients of the Order of the Dreamstone. I have no heraldic skills adequate to the moment. There are griffin's heads involved. There is goals and sable and some erminy things here. And if Dillon were here, he would strike the appropriate poses. But because he is not here, we remember him and we honor him by making the bestowing of the cloak portion of the ceremony. So, Your Excellencies.
So that being said, by the way, introduction and history. As Master Edward said, this is our service award, and we keep an eye on people. We get word from people. We meet periodically in person or via email to consider candidates, and we have considered this candidate and had much discussion, and I think we have come to a consensus. Otherwise, I do not think that we would be here to recognize this individual. So, if you would, please call our new.
Would Lady Kali please step forward?
Oh. Because the eye roll was, do you have the Dreamstone? And I said, no, it's on the field. Meaning I thought he meant the Dreamstone. He meant this, and this was on my person. So now you have it, it's yours. You keep up with it. Congratulations. I would like you to know that this one has been the troll all day. She's worked very, very hard. And I will tell you, the autocrat has come to me about 5 times and I said, please, please, can we do something? I'm like, we're going to do something. What do we, no, you can't know. We're going to do something. So that just kind of was like the icing on the cake today.
I think it's undoubted that your service to the Baron is well-known, widespread.
I'd also like to add that she did Friday as well.
Oh, over to you.
With your excellency.
Yes, please.
Lady Cully.
You're up.
Dylan was my friend, and I know him well, and he knew you. And I know he is pleased in this moment.
Special touch. I love how they both fit inside the car. It's not that kind of cloak. It's a growing order. I think Edward is waiting. You're going to Edward.
I'm going to Edward.
You should have seen the look on her face.
I think Master Dylan might have been a little bit larger. I can tell you.
The look on her face was precious.
So
I had to register for seconds.
You just like watching people blush, don't you?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. That's the best part of this job is seeing the looks on the faces when you call somebody up, and we get to see it first. It's great.
I like giving things away.
With children. Yes.
I like giving things away that people are willing to take.
They're teenagers. They might work.
Yeah, slightly.
Would the autocrat of this 33rd Dreamstone please step forward?
Oh yeah, that's you too.
Hey, how are you in here? Impromptu.
No.
Okay, go ahead, guys. Sorry.
So
Stop it.
there were a lot of people that helped with this event. A lot. This is our first time autocratting. We've only been in the SCA a few years, and we realized what we kept hearing is that same people over and over again have to do the same thing because nobody else will do it. So we made our staff all newbies, which kind of was bad, but then it turned out okay. Alright, so we had a lot of staff who made this possible, and I wish I could like call them all up by name and hug them, but I cannot. And but we want to thank everyone who helped and the people who helped them, since most of the time we're like, we're okay, and then some would, hey, have you done this yet? I'm supposed to do that? Yeah. So thank you everybody who's really helped us out.
I would like to thank all of the marshals and all of the list mistress and everyone who helped out, the runners, because my job in this was to organize the field, and I appreciate all the help I got for that. I think we both appreciate all the help that is going on right now in the kitchen, so
Billy was
please.
not panicking, so that was good.
Yeah.
I know.
Normally we're in the kitchen,
all day.
so we
I was
know
happy.
what it's like, and we really appreciate it.
So, when you get the chance, let them know how greatly we appreciate their help.
Thank y'all for coming, and thank you for not making me worry.
Everything's on schedule?
Yes, the feast crowd said everything's on schedule.
Good. What's
Well,
one of the autocrat
as
things to let
SDA
people
time
know?
on schedule, but at least, yeah.
Understood. And so I hope you all enjoy Feast and Revel.
Woo! There'll be a pinata for the children. They get to slay a dragon.
But you're not a kid. Kid at heart.
Their Excellencies call forth Master Edward.
Did you hear that?
He requested to be called.
If it's good, I did it. If it's bad,
You
he
still
did
did
it.
Well, as I hear it was really, really good, but you didn't have to do hardly anything to make it. You wanted to say something about...
I find that that's always the best way, Your Excellency.
Good. But you wanted to say something about the marshalling activities and
Yes,
and
I
hand
wanted
out
to.
kudos and
Not be able to stand up. And I wanted to thank everyone who marshaled today on the field. If you will stand, please, I want everyone to thank them with some applause. I don't think William Scrivener is here. He also was very helpful. Thanks to each and every one of you. Also, a very brief thanks, because I know everyone is hungry. Thanks to all of the fighters. You don't have a list this size go that smoothly if everybody doesn't work together to make it happen. We started off a bit behind the curve time-wise because everybody paid attention, everybody gave the best of themselves. I think we had a good list, everybody had fun, nobody got hurt. It's all we could ask for, Your Excellency, and I was pleased to be a part of it. Thank you.
If there's any further business, please bring it forth.
If I may be so bold, Your Excellency, I do have a request for a few minutes of your time and the populace as well. I couldn't tell you because it's for you. Many know that I am returning to Ontario from whence I came 3.5 years ago. You gave me some bruises already. Yeah, I know. But when I first came down here, Their Excellencies invited me into their household as well as my lady and my daughter, and as well my knight Duke John, but he had to leave earlier, so I gave him his already. But I made this with my own hands, and she hasn't seen it yet. And I would like to present it to her and His Excellency as a token of my thanks. It's upside down. And I will miss you.
Anybody feel like invading Ontario?
Storm the castle!
Sebastian
I got lots of fighters.
We'll let you stay here a couple months.
I'll go with you, Sebastian. This is his last event as a Meridian. He is known as the owner of coming up here for Dreamstone, which is always a fantastic event. This is the captain of our guard. At this time, you're fired. However, he has also been named our official ambassador, with all rights, duties, and privileges.
You said something about diplomatic immunity?
Absolutely.
I am a
You're missed, you're loved, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. We'll see you in a couple of years. We'll retire up there and move back down here where all the fun people are.
Hopefully it won't be that long.
Yeah, what she said. Thank you for your assistance.
Long way to drive for me to kick your butt.
I guess you'll be able to see that.
I'll be waiting.
There being no further business for their excellencies Bryn Madoc, this now closes their court.
Thank you all.
No, too late. Door's closed.
Sorry.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Hey,
Come here!
I can't believe you did it.
I just want to say that word. Do you have business?
yes, I do.
Oh.
Very brief business.
Very brief.
Very brief.
Bossy Captain. Except you're not big enough to be a happy bossy Captain.
I have ferrets. I have learned a few things from them.
Oh, she's a bossy ferret.
I simply wanted to ask a favor for the revel this evening. We are doing the maypole on the field. However, to do that, we are going to need stout hearts and strong arms to help us hold the maypole. We do need a green man to hold the maypole while we have a volunteer.
Oh, the Lord of the May, the Green Man. He is. That's his job.
So, you are so designated, but the maypole will be danced upon the field to allow me to be able to read my notes, since I can't do that in the dark anymore. My night vision was never good, and it's even worse now. We will be moving the rest of the dancing up here into the pavilion to allow that to happen. So please, I appreciate this very greatly, and I will stop now.
Very good.
There being no further business,
Correct?
I got enough.
Wait, not funny.
That was cheesy. That was cheesy.
this now closes the court
Wait a
of their
minute.
excellencies.
No.
Okay. You're standing.